two other Petrissage moves are kneading and wringing. So kneading, as it sounds like, is like kneading some bread. So what you do is you use one hand to stabilise the muscle, and like all Petrissage moves, make sure that it's just the muscle you've got, but you have got the muscle and not just the skin. So there we've got the muscle, there's the muscle there. So we've got, I'm going to use my left hand, because I'm right-handed, I'm going to use my left hand as the stabilising one. You'll notice that I've automatically gone into a straddle position with my legs, and what I'm doing is I'm kneading it. So in other words, I'm pushing with my right hand, I'm pushing that muscle across, just as you would with bread. And with my left hand, if you watch my left hand now, see how it's kind of pulling towards me a little bit. So the right hand's pushing away and the left hand is pulling towards me. And then I let go near enough completely to let it come back to the standing point there, and then I push again. So it's that knead. So it's stretching, imagine stretching that dough, I'm stretching that calf muscle. So that is kneading. And you choose the point that is the problem to do it on. You can't really knead right down on the sort of tendony part, the muscular tendons junction. When you get down here, you can't do it. You do need a belly of a muscle or a reasonable amount of muscle. I could do it. So there's the belly of the muscle. You could do it a tiny bit down and a tiny bit up, but it's actually really, certainly for something the size of a calf, it is very much there. If you're working on a hamstring, you might be able to sort of move around a bit more, but you need a reasonable amount of that belly of the muscle to work on. So that's kneading. So pushing with one hand, pulling with the other hand, and then letting go. The wringing is a little bit similar to that, but you're doing it both ways. So instead of just doing it that way, you're also doing it that way. But what we do is we do it in like a figure of eight. So if you can imagine that I'm going to draw a figure of eight as I push and pull on the calf. So I'm doing round this way, back round this way, round that way, and back to here. And it's much easier to do it when your hips are going. So if I do it without any touching of the actual calf, what I'm doing is I'm doing that with my hips and my hand, then I'm coming back, then I'm doing the bottom part of the eight there. So the top part of the eight there, the bottom part of the eight there. So I now put my hands onto the muscle. I'm going to do exactly that. So I'm going to do the top part of the eight there, watch my hips, bottom part of the eight there. Keep watching my hips at the moment, and that's it there. Now watch my hands, and you'll see that my hands are following my hips. And again, there's no sliding. I'm pulling that muscle round in a figure of eight. And I just let my hands follow my hips rather than the hips following the hands. So that is wringing. It's like wringing something out.